Yo guys, welcome back to tier 4 part 1 part 2 on my channel. Y'all already know what this series is by now. All credits go to you already know who, Swegwin and the Master Potted Plant. I'm gonna stop saying it now, but always much love to you guys. Remember to be authentic, and let's hop into this video right now. I'm really tired. I've been so tired. I've been preparing a lot of videos behind the scenes for like a possible absence, but I shouldn't be gone too long. But we'll see. Alrighty, here we go. I think I was somewhere around here, so we'll just like leave off from this point and finish off tier 4.
Makeup put him in an iron lung. The Wicked Witch had her face get second-degree burn.
Yeah, this was crazy. Like, this was like all the other stuff that happened to the cast.
Right? The Cowardly Lion's fur was made of real lion fur. And Dorothy was verbally abused and forced to take drugs that fucked her up for life. But come on, a Munchkin didn't hang himself. Don't be stupid.
Jesus. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. It makes me think about, like, I can't say that. I can't say that. All right. Yelling Creature. I think I know this one, but I don't know it by name. Only reason I'm saying that too is because I kind of was trying to see where I was at, and I seen the image of it, and yeah, this creepy ass thing actually gave me a little bit of trauma. Shut up, I don't care what you're saying. Yes, this little video traumatized me because I seen it as a kid.
Yelling Creature is a 6-second long video by a user named Rob Herman of a creature yelling. It got millions of views because it looks weird. I don't really know what else to say here.
Oh, why is this sped up? Oh, whoops. I watched some videos in that speed, my bad. You know, to those of you who are new to the channel, I would actually watch the D&D campaigns in like 1.1.25 speed, and some people were like, wow, you introduced me to playing the videos back at that speed. I don't want to do it to... I feel like I don't want to do it to Swegwin series, or Swegwin and Potted Plant. I almost want to go like this. Well, Swegwin does the videos. I don't know why I do. You know what? Look, in a deeper spiritual sense, we're all one, right? So, Swegwin, Potted Plant, same person. Lunar, Swegwin, same person. Oh, you guys are clicking off the video right now. I could put it in 1.1 and see how the speed. This is just a test. If you guys don't like it or something, just let me know. But we'll do 1.1 and see how it goes by.
There's a Halloween version and a Christmas version.
444, bro. What are the chances? Yelling Pumpkin, dude, and Yelling Creature Santa.
Yeah, I don't know what you want from me.
Chip Chan.
Chip Chan is a South Korean woman of an unknown age who has been live streaming her daily life for the past 12 years or so. She believes that she has an implant in her brain that the government is using to control her thoughts, earning her the nickname Chip Chan. She also believes that she's being held hostage in her own apartment by a police officer she refers to as just P. She apparently has barely left her apartment in the past 25 years and spends her days surfing the internet and sleeping. Obviously, she's in very poor health, the result of this being very unkempt and lethargic, and often has outbreaks of skin conditions like rashes and wounds. She was found by 4chan in 2008 on a thread with people discussing various unsecured webcams, and noticed she had tons of different cameras and signs in her house that she set up herself. In 2018, she went missing, as in her livestream shut off for the first time in a decade. However, she came back in 2021 to her YouTube channel. She doesn't livestream anymore, but instead uploads videos documenting her various skin rashes, which are pretty gross videos, so I'm not going to be showing them, but she claims that the rashes are caused by the chip implanted into her. She also sometimes goes outside and records various interactions with police officers, and I use the term interactions loosely since they're mostly just driving past her or her stalking them. The whole situation seems to be a combination of a severe case of paranoid schizophrenia and South Korea's notoriously terrible mental health programs.
On the topic of sad Satan, that's pretty sad, damn. I mean, of course you got me, and I'm gonna go with if she was telling the truth. Sad Satan is that horror game, I think, right? But then it was like, it was banned or something because it was like too fucked up or something along the lines of that. I don't exactly remember.
Sad Satan is a video game that was first discovered by a YouTube user named Obscure Horror Corner in 2015.
And I think it came from the dark web as well.
The user claims that he found the game on the deep web while using the Tor browser, and that it came from a mysterious source only known as ZK. The Let's Play was 5 videos long before ending 2 weeks after it started. Many of Obscure Horror Corner's fans showed concern from the game, since the deep web can often feature disturbing content such as gore or child pornography. But OHC claims that it features no such content. However, there are a lot of images that pop up of famous child predators, such as Tsutomu Miyazaki, Jimmy Seville, and Rolf Harris. He then provides a .onion link for the game, although people quickly realize that it's an invalid link, which he defends, stating that it got taken down at some point. Only problem is that Onion links use base 32 encoding, and his link had a 9 in it, which isn't a valid character in base 32, so the whole link was never valid. Weird. OHC became more and more unreliable, as digging into his Reddit account revealed an interest in developing his own horror game. Gee, I wonder if he ever pulled that off. He also defended the invalid link, saying that he gave everyone a fake URL because he didn't feel comfortable distributing a link to a webpage that featured child porn. Didn't he just say that the game didn't feature exactly that? After this, an anonymous user on 4chan came on to post a link to download Sad Satan, signing his post to ZK. People downloaded it and began to realize that the title screen is literally a child's naked corpse, and many other CP images show up throughout the game, which were not present on Obscure Horror Corner's original playthrough. People also began to suffer computer crashes, odd computer behavior, and even failure to boot at all after playing the game. What once was thought to be a fun little ARG/creepypasta mystery quickly turned into actual criminal activity. While Obscure Horror Corner is most likely the creator of the version used in the videos, it's still unclear to this day whether the 4chan post was made by him, or a troll wanting to frame him for something he didn't do, as there's a lot of evidence for both sides. I'll link a video from Gamer from Mars in the description that goes more in depth about the situation.
Tyler's
Last Words was a video uploaded by a channel named DeLarge Tyler.
No. Please don't tell me this dude offs himself.
In 2011, which features a depressed-looking man who we can assume to be named Tyler, singing a song addressed to a woman named Victoria, who, again, we can assume to be deceased. At the end of the video, he points a gun at his head, and then the video ends. The video description reads, "This is my brother's last song to his wife, as he requested in his note. I'm sorry if this offends anyone. I love my brother and I owe this to him." Pretty damn sad, but isn't it kind of weird how his brother didn't cut out the part with the gun? That's because it's fake. It was discovered that the man in the video was Austin Cross, a band member of a music group called My...
That's I'm gonna be completely honest and real with you guys. I'm not one of those sticklers that's like, suicide. Sorry, YouTube's terms of service. I'm surprised, Swag, that your video is getting ads and you're literally just openly saying PORN. That is bold, bro. Because usually the system will flag videos immediately. Honestly, are the other videos probably flagged? If you're seeing this, I don't know. Let me know. But that's crazy. You're bold. But I respect it. I'm not one of those sticklers that's like, sushi swide is a very serious subject and it shouldn't be faked, right? I don't really have any personal feelings on that, but I do have a thought that's like, what drives someone to want to fake? Like, is it attention? You know, it's really odd to me. It's not odd because, like, I honestly am not surprised about anything. So like, honestly, but it's just weird to me. It's like, why would you want to fake that?
Fair Fiend, as a publicity stunt to promote an album called, well, Victoria. To be honest, I don't really know why he did this, since we didn't even know who he was until 9 years later. It doesn't really seem like effective advertising to me. Although he did get 3 Scare Theater videos, so maybe it wasn't that bad of an idea. Yeah, Limbo, like, the organized mind.
See, like, another bold move by somebody. Go ahead.
It was a short film produced by Jim Henson, who is most well known for his work on The Muppets. First performed in 1966 on The Mike Douglas Show, the short features a character named Limbo, also known as Nobody, who's a white set of eyes and a mouth. The short is oddly psychological and experimental, as the character takes us through the human mind and its inner workings. He takes us through its thoughts, both the average ones and the evil ones, before his brain explodes. There's also a character who shows up during the short called The Nightmare, and... yeah. Interestingly enough, this Nobody character is actually an official Muppet and even showed up on Sesame Street once. I don't think Disney has any interest in using him again, though. Call it a hunch.
It's an official... My mind is blown. That is so sick.
Give me gold again.
Guys, I actually learned how to make those, or make these types of ads. Usually I cut the footage here. Well, we're together. I switched because, like, I guess I'm still in the mode of streaming. By the way, if anyone wants to, you know, come by when I'm streaming on Twitch and anything, shameless plug, you know. Back to that. All right.
Carl Mayer is a video uploaded by Ms. Carlme in 2008. It's a Windows Movie Maker slideshow featuring random images like these twins, some flowers, Pennywise, a clown, and what looks like the ocean, among other things.
Okay.
What makes this video so notable is the audio used. It sounds like someone screaming, singing, and making other strange vocalizations. The audio gets louder and louder to the point where it's nearly unbearable near the end. So, what's the deal? Well, the description reads Carl Mayer EP with some Japanese text at the bottom. Carl Mayer EP, extended play. You see, Carl Mayer was actually the name of a noise music band from Yokohama, Japan, active from 1991 to 1994, and yeah, this is pretty much what their music sounded like. That's pretty much all there is to this, just a strange video that uses some obscure noise music.
1 second, I need to make sure this email isn't important. Alright guys, sorry, brief intermission. I upgraded my NVIDIA graphics drivers, and then had to speak to my roommate. Yeah, she wanted to speak. I don't know why I felt so awkward about saying that. Oh my gosh, guys, let's do it. Guys, watch party. I'll do one of these live if you guys want. Come watch it live. We just have to schedule a time where everybody can come in. Maybe we could get swag in here and everything. That'd be fun.
1991 to 1994.
Okay, so this is the slamming door. Wait. No, we were on the slamming door. I don't want to skip too far. Right here.
Noise music.
The slamming door, yeah.
The Slamming Door is a channel ran by a Polish man who claims that his house is haunted by a ghost or demon or some other kind of otherworldly invisible troublemaker. The channel has had several uploads that were posted over the course of 2 years, 2015 and 2016. Throughout the videos, the ghost pushes shit over, makes random noises, and yes, even slams doors. The man who ran the channel also ran a blog written entirely in Polish. There's not really much cold, hard evidence that this channel is fake, nor is there really any that it says it's real. Ghost videos are pretty easy to replicate though, as all you really need is some invisible string and some friends to pull it. Also, he faints by falling.
You know what I think too? I want to say that. Well, I'll say it after we get over this part.
Falling to his knees, which is not how fainting works.
Why did he fall and hang his head like that? Okay, guys. I'm going to be real with you. You guys can believe me or not believe me. Remember, truth is a frequency. So if you feel it in your heart, depending on what you believe, if you feel it in your body, you be the judge of what I'm about to tell you. I've had multiple supernatural encounters. And actually, even when people are with me or around me, supernatural encounters happen. It's actually funny. I kind of attribute it to the same thing of having bad luck in games sometimes, like superstition. There was this guy who said, hey, I said, yo, let me buy you a gun in Valorant. And I bought him a gun. And immediately after he got the gun, he got completely taken out. The first one dead. And he said, never buy me a gun again. So it's kind of like that sometimes. It's a weird system I'm basically trying to explain. But when I was a kid, and this story isn't directly mine, but I'm pretty sure I can't remember where I was at the time, but my cousin had, they were like playing music or something, and they were dancing and everything, right? And it's perfect. It's like the story is set up perfect. There was a cup that was in the center of the living room. Now you could attribute it to the frequencies matched something in the glass that blew up the glass, but while they were dancing and singing, they weren't really jumping up and down. They were just, kind of going around the house. There was like a cabinet that slammed, and they were like, "What the hell was that?" And then they looked in their like living room. They looked there and nothing. They were kind of just stunned. And the glass in the middle of the living room table, like a little coffee table, just said psh, and blew up. And they've had multiple other encounters. But then another weird thing, which is actually my own story, is I lived at this duplex kind of up on a hill. This was such a cool place. I loved this duplex so much, man. It was such a cool like house, and we had cool neighbors every time. Right. So I was dancing in the basement, and first of all, I don't know where this mirror came from. I cannot remember, obviously. Mirrors, basements, dark and decrepit, cold. don't really go down there much. Large ass mirror there that's just there, right? I was dancing down there and I got shivers, I got chills, right? And when I was moving, right, and at the time, I'm not playing any horror games. I'm really just school and CSGO and dance. I'm dancing, right? And I want to get a little bit like spiritual, but I'm not going to really get too. Let's say this. Let's keep it like this. When I would dance for people, and probably still now, people would say my dancing is like hypnotizing. Some people would say it feels like I'm just like in tune with the flow of the universe, right? So I had this belief as a kid too that that's how it feels when I dance, and I really feel like I connect with different energies. I kid you not, while I'm dancing, I literally would even believe this too. Could be part of being Native American, something along the lines. Is I thought my dancing would put souls at rest. I'm dancing in front of this mirror, not like directly like in front, but like out of the side of my eye. It's in my peripheral. I'm dancing, woo, 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 and out of the side of my eye, I see a girl, little girl in gray. I can tell y'all, it went like this. I'm over here waving and stuff, you know, popping, whatever, tutting and everything. And then out of nowhere, I see that and I completely flushed like a Scooby-Doo cartoon. Like, I was like, and it was like a blink. She like blinked. She like flashed in, flashed out. I never so fast after freezing just went, nope. And just went right upstairs to immediately tell my parents. And things like that happen all the time. Like, you know, even here in my apartment now, like I'll see shadow figures out of the corner of my eye, just like kind of run past the doorway. Honestly, I don't know, but I feel like the real encounters that really, really happen to people are like, you could probably record. Some of the videos are probably real, but you know, I actually wonder that too. Holy shit, see my mind, this is how it happens. Now I'm going down another rabbit hole wondering, why do people want to fake supernatural encounters? Because supernatural encounters are literally freaking awesome because they're unexplained. You really only have one explanation, and it's that it can't be explained by anything that us as a human understand, right? But it's just, I don't know why you would want to fake that. Maybe it's like a business scheme for some people. Like maybe if they fake little ghost encounters, then people can like pay a certain person to come and try to like clear ghosts from their house if they think they got ghosts, but they're really not ghosts. They're just like freaking out, and it's like a whole business scheme. I'd imagine how some of that shit started. But yeah, no, like I've had real encounters where someone will be over and a door will just slam out of nowhere. Or, you know, sometimes it's not even a door slamming, it's just closing. Like or out of nowhere, you'll be walking in one of the hallways in my house. Like example, I had a Jack and Jill bathroom. So if you know, it's like the two sinks, mirror, the bathroom in the center connects the master bedroom. And like how it happened for my house, it was not connected directly to my room, but the hallway and then my room was across it. You could literally just walk through the house, everything sealed, middle of the summer, normal, and all of a sudden, a cold ass breeze just shoots through you like this and out you, or like just walks through you in a sense. And it's like, man, that has happened all the time, dude, all the time. So I'm always interested in encounters being faked and everything. Like him falling to his knees and that. Like, guys, I really got to tell you, I'm not gonna shoot things down because I don't do that. You know, I always leave myself open-minded because I feel like you could put yourself in a box holding on too strictly to certain beliefs. And I don't want to say exorcisms and everything are fake, because I believe in some case they probably really could, but it's definitely brought on by the person who gets possessed, right? Because the universe is mental. Everything's mindset. So like if you get possessed, that means you were in a vulnerable enough state to get possessed. But no spirits here can just physically destroy your ass unless you're allowing it to physically destroy your ass, because they're fucking what? Incorporeal, ethereal. Like your mind and your spirit exists on half, like you're half here and half in the ethereal plane. So it's like, if you got spirits bullying you, then you must be like a little bitch.
Hi, I'm Mary Mary is a horror web series and ARG that started back in 2016 and lasted all the way to 2020, consisting of a Twitter account, a blogspot, and, you guessed it, a YouTube channel. The basic plot is that a woman wakes up in a house that resembles her parents' home and quickly realizes that she's trapped and alone. The doors are all locked and she can never see any people through the windows.
Guys, everyone watching this, can we do some cool stuff like this? Can we get an ARG going? There's too many things I want to do. Like, I'm also learning Unity, but oh man, that's going to take me time now. I started to learn Unity because I want to make my own game, but I want to like get something started.
The food
like
is seemingly infinitely restocked, and she even has internet access, although she quickly discovers that the entire internet is devoid of activity save for herself. So, in lore, she's uploading these videos to YouTube, fully under the impression that 0 people are watching any of them. Hi, I'm Mary Mary is one of the most well-made horror series on the website, and I'd recommend checking it out if you haven't.
Wow. Okay, so hi, I'm Mary Mary.
00390 is a channel created in 2015 by an unknown user from Milan, Italy. The description reads both in English and Italian: "Do not subscribe, you bother me, and do not offer me money for affiliation or visualizations or other, I am not interested. At best, offer me some typical food of your country." Then at the bottom it says an Italian sentence that roughly translates to, "I like cold but alive girls." Weird. Delving into the channel's actual content, it gets weirder.
What? Bro. Let's just keep going. What?
They have several videos where they drive through red light districts and videotape sex workers, seemingly without consent, while ominous music plays. Another video called Girl Talk Too Much, which features what seems to be a severed tongue.
Bro, how do these things get 177,000 views? Guys, we have to flip the balance, man. It's so strange. I know that something like this would be just like eye-catching to someone though, and it's 29 seconds, but like, what in the hell, bro?
It's a cow tongue and not an actual human tongue, but it's still pretty freaky. There's one video called How to Transport a Semi-Unconscious Girl, which, yeah, that one speaks for itself. Another called Dressed Girl in the Bath Scared Screams, which is a video of a girl screaming in a bathtub. So, is this really a serial kidnapper, murderer, and cannibal that focuses on Italian women? I heavily doubt it, since there's a lot of evidence point to it not being real, like there not being any missing persons in Milan that match up with the video. And also the whole thing just kind of seems try-hard edgy more than anything. It's probably an art project or some kind of ARG or maybe even a fetish kind of thing.
How is that an art project? Ah! Sorry guys for your ears. I know art can be really anything. I'm literally an animation freestyle dancer, so I understand, but like, what the fuck? Let's keep it moving.
But I don't personally think it's real, especially since the channel has been uploading pretty consistently for the past 7 years and has never gotten caught or even kicked off YouTube. But hey, I might be wrong, I don't know.
Right, imagine.
Nugumu is a Japanese channel started in 2016. He's one of the first VTubers, and no, I'm not saying that as a dude in Knowing Orange is technically a VTuber, like, no. He specifically refers to himself as a VTuber that predates even the likes of Kazuna Ai. Now, the first thing you may realize about this YouTuber is that he's fucking creepy. The channel gained popularity thanks to many popular Japanese YouTubers shouting him out. Now, I know what you're thinking. 4th fucking shitty ARG in a row, I'm starting to get sick of these. And yeah, that's fair, but this channel seems like a parody of VTubers taking a horror approach to the way it parodies them. And man, does it delve far into the uncanny valley side of things with creepy imagery and strange messages saying that he's right behind you and he wants to suck your lifeblood and all that kind of stuff. Nugumu isn't actually a murderer though, it's just all an act for the art.
I don't want to say what was on my mind.
Deeper is another ARG channel that was active from 2016 to 2019. The videos were often short and featured mildly disturbing imagery and hidden codes. They were already kind of weird on their own, but where this channel really gained infamy was the codes, which usually led to information related to unsolved murder cases and missing person reports. Nothing that wasn't already out in the open about these cases, of course. It's basically just the names of the victims, but still pretty creepy. This led many people to believe that whoever ran the channel was the real person behind the murder cases, which is plausible, I guess, but also, I don't know. These videos are oddly enough monetized, as you can see ads running on them, and I'm not really sure how likely it is that a serial killer would do that.
True.
Budahara of Some Ordinary Gamers released a video on this channel on June 15th, 2019, and a day later the ARG ended with a video being released that had a code in the title. Decoding it led to a URL to this image, which basically stated that the person who ran the channel had passed away. Whether this is true and
Wait, so like it was just an ARG?
the person who ran this channel actually died or they just wanted to end the ARG is still unclear to this day.
So that was another ARG. That was literally another ARG right after the VTuber one. Oh, Lion Maker.
Lion Maker Studios was a YouTuber
Lion
who
Maker.
primarily created Minecraft videos aimed at a young audience. At the peak of his popularity, he had 800,000 subscribers, helped in no small part by other fellow content creators he did collaborations with, such as Stampy Longhead. Or, I guess
One sec, I kind of messed up my table. All right, here we go.
to correct myself, 800,000 cubs, as he infamously dubbed them. You see, Lion Maker was a deeply, deeply flawed man who used his position of power for his own gratification. He would often invite his fans, most of which were around the 12 to 16 years old age range, to Skype groups where he would use them as his therapist and even begin to flirt with them in a sexual manner. One concerned parent of a 13-year-old fan went on Keemstar's Drama Alert to allege that Lion Maker had been sexting her daughter and even asking her for nudes. Another fan, a 16-year-old boy, uploaded a video about how Lion Maker had sent him $500 US to take nude photos of himself. Lion Maker...
Guys, what in the hell, bro? This is a real, it's a real reaction. Like, it's just how I am. I'm not even I'm just like, I don't have comments because I'm like, okay, like, I can't even say like I get it, man. I don't, cause like I can say I get it that like people are troubled. Ah, damn, bro. People gotta learn to control their selves, man. What in the hell? Damn.
Maker then got into a public relationship with a YouTuber named Paige the Panda, who was a 16-year-old girl. People caught on pretty quickly that flirting with someone who was an entire decade younger than him was really fucking weird.
He was 26? What do you mean? What?
He of course responded rationally by having a few meltdowns on Twitter.
Of course, I will share our proof with you. Oh my gosh, I fooled all of you and made plenty of money while doing it. So I was right along. I'm doing, and I'm up.
And then tweeting out sexually explicit images of Paige. And I'm...
What? Can this be like a stamp in history to not make the wrong people popular, bro? I mean, I can't really say anything's the wrong people, right? Okay, I know that's a claim the right to take back, but I mean, honestly, every time something like this happens, I always go, well, honestly, I'm not surprised. You know, it's like the whole thing, you give somebody an inch and they go a mile. You know, but like when you're making Minecraft videos, kids may just really be the target audience, especially how you do your content. But even though like I do Roblox videos, I'm cursing, I'm joking around. Like it's just Roblox is simply for my love of it. I don't know if this man, if Lion Maker knew other Minecraft YouTubers were making bank on this, but then also the money that he was making. Somebody told me this before, and I believe it after making a lot of money in 1 month before, that money just takes, and money can literally benefit the character you are or corrupt the character you are. It's just an amplifier and it speeds things up. So it's like, if he didn't go into this for the love of Minecraft, that's kind of where I was showing my parallel with Roblox. And just for him, like the sake of him enjoying Minecraft and enjoying it. Like, you know, like Captain Sparkles isn't going to, I don't want anything to age poorly, but Captain Sparkles isn't going to have anything come out about him. And you just like play the game for the love of the game. Like, I could go on, bro. And honestly, I should just save these for the commentary videos. I just, what the hell, bro? I don't know, man. It's just weird. Moving on.
I'm not talking about suggestive photos. This was straight up CP that he was publicly posting on Twitter.com. He defended both of these by saying everything was the result of a hack by Keemstar. Everything. Now, that's not to say Keemstar isn't a cock. He still is. Nor is he a stranger to hacking people for no reason. But that just doesn't add up if you think about it for more than like 3 seconds. A YouTuber named Colossal is Crazy made a video bringing these issues to light, and Lionmaker went dark for the rest of the year until he agreed to a 2-hour-long interview with Colossal, which TLDR left more questions than answers. In 2018, 2 years later, Lionmaker's channels finally went down at YouTube staff's hands. Later that year, Paige uploaded a video to her private channel discussing her experiences with Lionmaker, stating that he would manipulate her by screaming at her and telling her that everything was her fault. They also apparently met up in real life several times, so their relationship was somehow even worse than we thought. He went to court on account of possession and distribution of child porn, sexual assault, and sexual relations with a minor, and pled guilty to all of them. He didn't go to jail, but was placed on house arrest, with one of the terms being that he was not permitted to start a new YouTube channel, which he did.
I have I don't want to say anything. I'm not even gonna say anything.
Anyways, before getting taken down again. Nowadays, it's not really clear what he's up to, but he will remain in history as not only one of YouTube's most infamous predators, but also one of the dumbest ones too.
Wow, dude. How do you? Nah, let's just move on. Don't want to give that guy any more energy. Alrighty. Oh no.
YouTube in 2018, who also one of the dumbest ones too. Kate Yup is a YouTuber who joined YouTube in 2018, who almost exclusively uploads mukbang videos, more specifically seafood mukbangs. All of her videos have her blindfolded for some reason, and she never speaks in the videos, and all you can hear is the sound of her chewing and lips smacking. Some of her videos are labeled as ASMR, which I don't personally understand. I hate the sound of eating, but whatever, that's not the main point here. People began to discover that in some of Kate's videos, she was clearly injured. A bruise on her hand, a cut on her lip, and even a tooth falling out. There's even a voice heard in one of the videos that says to hurry up and just eat. Viewers quickly began theorizing that Kate had been kidnapped and that her captor is forcing her to make and upload mukbang videos to YouTube. She'd often dispel these theories.
But like what? Like that could add up because of the raw food, but let's just see. I'm just gonna let him keep talking about it.
In a way that many saw as forced, while also providing hints that they were true, like for example her apparently tapping a bowl to SOS in Morse code. She also adds in text sometimes, and this text showed up in one of her videos with the first 4 letters reading help, and another that read, "This meat is so delicious and tender," with the letters SOS capitalized. So was she really kidnapped? Well, like with a lot of these, nothing's really set in stone. Theories trying to connect her to various missing person reports have been shot all over the place, although pretty much all of them have had things going against them. My personal theory is that she saw people getting alarmed at her videos, and to stir up more interest in her channel, she created a narrative that she was kidnapped, which kinda worked. She's currently sitting at over 1.5 million subscribers and 152 million views, so the act kinda worked out for her. She abruptly stopped uploading in 2019 before coming back 3 years later near the tail end of 2022, and she's uploaded 3 videos since then, along with an added link in her bio that's called The Kitty to Help Kate Yup. The link itself appears to be a dead lychee link, which is a French crowdfunding site. Huh. I'll let you guys figure that one out for yourself. Brian is a YouTube channel run by a man who's presumably named Brian. He uploads these 3D animations that look really weird, definitely tapping into the Uncanny Valley side of things.
Surreal
They look like they were most likely
stuff.
made in Gary's Mod or Source Filmmaker or something of the sort. Sorry, I'm no expert. Look, if you pointed a gun to my head and asked me to tell you what was the plot of literally any of these videos, I'm on YouTube, so I can't finish the sentence. I don't really even think they have a plot. I think they're just meant to unsettle you. Looking in the description of any of Brian's videos, we can see links to various different music streaming platforms. Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, you know. Apparently all the music used in these videos is from Brian's self-titled album, which makes everything make a lot more sense. These videos are weird because they're music videos, and that's also why the music is so good. Kinda reminds me of Pilot Red Sun.
The Grifter?
The Grifter is an apparently cursed videotape that was first mentioned on 4chan's Export in 2009. From the Creepypasta wiki, we can see that watching it is said to be a soul-rending experience, far more horrible than anything anyone can imagine.
The back of my hair, like the hairs on my back, stood completely through my shirt, like Sonic.
Video itself, or
why.
rather what's said to be a small snippet of it, appears to have someone walking down a hallway with cuts to a bathtub full of maggots, a crying infant, and then finally text in Esperanto of all languages that translates to, "This child, now a young man, is living in an asylum in a local whose name was not given. He has never spoken and remains catatonic." The full film would presumably be a hardcore snuff film, including stuff like animal abuse, dead babies, severed body parts, you know, all that fun stuff. It even, interestingly enough, has an IMDb page that states the full film is a full 24 hours long. Weird. With all that said, The Grifter isn't real. It's not a real movie that exists. Some of the clips have been traced back to the 2000 horror film Little Odick, and there isn't even really a source for anything related to The Grifter that can't be chalked up to people trolling on 4chan. Illusion of Bias is a short film by Influential Pictures, directed and produced by Alexander Bizarski and Sparks Rojas, first released in 2009, and later uploaded to YouTube by a channel named Mind Sea Base in the same year. It follows the story of a 10-year-old girl who developed a brain tumor. She got surgery to get it removed, and as a result lost the ability to see her own face. She becomes depressed for years, and at one point she has a dream where she can finally see what her face looks like after all that time, and it's horrible and disfigured, causing her to vomit. But it was only a dream that she eventually wakes up for, and she still never knows what her face looks like, and as the narrator says, every night since then she wakes up in a puddle of her own vomit. He then tells you, the viewer, to appreciate the things you have, because something like this could happen to you. That's pretty much where it ends. No creepypasta or ARG attached to this one, just a short horror film with interesting visuals and kind of a ham-fisted moral lesson at the end.
This tier list is getting disturbing.
Fatal Farm is a YouTube channel and video production studio headed by comedy duos Zachary Johnson and Jeffrey Max. They began making YouTube content all the way back in 2006 and have since made many popular projects, starting off with their least popular channel being the main one. Their main content is alternate TV intros where they parody several TV shows like Golden Girls and DuckTales and put a fucked up little spin on it in classic late 2000s YouTube fashion. Another channel they ran was called Infinite Solutions, where a character named Mark Erickson teaches you various life hacks that may or may not be complete lies, like recharging batteries by making them kiss, wrapping an Ethernet cord around your phone to make your computer's Wi-Fi connection, or, most infamously, how to get into a service called Google TV where you can stream TV shows directly onto your PC. Like that'll ever happen. Infinite Solutions was a very important trolling channel because basically everyone believed in it, since it was pretty much the most professional looking tutorials on YouTube at the time, especially when compared to the unregistered hypercam notepad narration tutorials that dominated that era. The Google TV hoax was so convincing that tech sites actually began reporting on it because of the video, and Google had to issue a statement saying that it was a hoax before starting a now discontinued service 3 years later, literally called Google TV. But above both Infinite Solutions and the alternate TV intros, one project they produced stands out above the rest. I'm of course talking about Lasagna Cat, a web series started in 2008 that serves as a parody of Garfield, and it's possibly one of the most facetious and passive-aggressive pieces of media I've ever seen. The format usually follows a live-action reenactment of a Garfield comic strip from a given day, indicated by the title of the video, followed by an absurd little skit, I guess, that are supposed to be tributes to Jim Davis, the creator of Garfield. These tributes can really be anything, and are generally not exactly a genuine appreciation for Jim and his work. Take the first one, for example, which is modeled after a Final Fantasy VI boss fight, and when Garfield wins the fight against John and Odie, Jim Davis joins the party. He tries to look at Jim's skills, only to find out he has no skills. The series often parodies how repetitive and unfunny the jokes are in the comic, with frequent laugh tracks and Garfield constantly spouting catchphrases.
Isn't Garfield for kids, though?
The series stopped the same year it started, but came back 9 years later in 2017, asking viewers to call into a phone number and state their name and number of sexual partners. Then, a month later, a second season of Lasagna Cat was produced, including a parody of Colin's Bear animation, a gay porn parody, and a special episode for the very first comic strip. This episode features film actor John Blythe Barrymore as he spends an entire hour musing about the philosophy of how Jim Davis is the most genius artist of our generation. Facetiously, of course. And finally, we arrive at the final Lasagna Cat episode, a 4.5 hour long video of the sex survey results, framed as a series of knock-knock jokes, with John, Garfield, and Odie rotating through answering, and also some art film-ass shit that happens at the end that I don't even really feel like spoiling. Just watch for yourself. The dedication to this channel is actually unreal, because literally the only point of all of this is to tell Jim Davis he isn't funny. I honestly can't even imagine being that much of a hater.
Dead ass. Wow. But the consistency and dedication is actually admirable.
The Bitterroot footage is a creepypasta story about a man who goes looking for furniture on Craigslist and finds a table that comes with a couple of random assorted items for free, most of which he gives away, but one
Bro.
item catches his interest. A wooden box that was locked, which he promptly opened with a screwdriver, only to find a couple images and a tin can that contained a reel of 8mm film. The reel had about 12 minutes of footage, but our protagonist could only salvage 5.
No, man. If I find a lockbox, my curiosity is like, off of Craigslist? Hell no, bro.
The film itself has a cameraman following a cloaked figure into some sort of abandoned building, witnesses a kidnapping, finds an incubator for dead bodies, and finds a severed head in a forest nearby. And that's pretty much the whole thing. The story was decently popular and even had a cute little website, but yeah, you guessed it, it's fake.
Yeah.
The author came forward about 4 years ago and said that it's fake and shed light on how he made it. Well, actually, there's no way of verifying this Reddit post is really him, but, like, come on, guys, you should know that it's fake. If there were real dead bodies, it would be taken off YouTube, and the cameraman is supposed to be hiding from the cloaked figure, but he's very clearly awful at hiding.
How do they figure out something is fake, though? Because that is a good point. Like, if something is fake, right, or if something is real, it would be taken off immediately, like, oh, but do they have to, like, cross-reference things and tie things together? Because I feel like there are people who pulled off pretty convincing channels. So it's like, how do they really deem something is fake? Like, you know, like what if there's a video that looks just so like, I don't know if I'm saying this right, like so real that it's fake, or that it just like looks so unbelievable. Like it's like no, this has to be fake, but it turns out to be real. And then, like, what happens if everyone deems that it was fake? Does this video just stay up? I wonder, because, like, how do they really deem? Do they have to, like, look for cases surrounding the video? Like, I wonder what happens. I really do. No. I don't know why it keeps muting. Oh. Slow.
This is another rabbit hole, kind of like Christian, where there's so much to it I can't really describe in a single entry of a 1,000+ entry iceberg, but I'll do my best. Terry Davis was an American programmer and hardcore Christian who designed a 64-bit operating system named Temple OS all by himself, which, if you don't know, is a ridiculously ambitious thing to do, since usually operating systems have huge teams of people working on them instead of just one dude from Wisconsin. He got the idea in 1996 after a series of manic episodes which he called Revelations from God, and began development in 2003 with the first public release in 2005, first
Pay attention to that, mother-fucker. You see what I'm saying? That's how people be getting blessed. They be connecting with something.
named J operating system, then Lusthos, and finally
impressive.
Temple OS. It was specifically designed with biblical themes in mind, as Terry would say that God told him to make the OS as the third temple of Jerusalem that's prophesied in the Bible. Much like the authors of the Bible are thought to have been God's chosen writers, endowed with divine intellect and unlimited writing talent, Terry claimed he was God's chosen programmer. And to be fair, I can't stress enough how talented he was. Not only did he make the entire operating system, programs, window manager, etc., he also made the programming language used to construct it, an edit of C titled Holy C.
Oh, instead of C sharp?
Do you get it? If you can't tell by now, Terry was not the most mentally stable person, diagnosed with bipolar disorder and later schizophrenia. He was an avid conspiracy theorist, often having delusions of space aliens and government agents that he famously said glow in the dark.
The CIA glow in the...
See, but you know what's crazy about that, though? Is like, these be the geniuses, though. Oh my gosh, only if you guys knew about me behind the scenes. I feel like I put on 1% of what I'm really like on YouTube. Dude, but yeah, man, that's crazy. What talent comes from some madness, man?
In the dark, you can see them
Which is honestly, I'm not going to get deep now.
if you're driving. You just run them over. That's what you do.
Temple OS was 640 by 480, could not display more than
Run over
16
the
colors at a
glowing
time,
agents.
and had zero networking capabilities, so when you used it, all you could really do was play the games on it, which weren't exactly functional, but still impressive to a degree. Temple
Right.
OS has gotten sympathetic reviews from most tech sites, stating that while it didn't work amazingly, the dedication to the craft was unmatched. Davis himself, however,
Right.
was quite a controversial figure, as along with the CIA conspiracy theories, he would often frequently use slurs like the N-word, which he claimed was a form of combating psychological warfare. Due to his uniqueness, he would often be targeted by online trolls, which only let his mental health get worse and worse. His YouTube channels, where he posted updates about Temple OS and other projects and life stuff, were often terminated because of his frequent slurring and general violent language. By 2017, he would often spend large expanses of time homeless or incarcerated, and in 2018, he passed away from being hit by a train in the Dallas, Oregon, which was believed to be a suicide. If you want to learn more about the Terry Davis and Temple OS story, I would recommend checking out the Down the Rabbit Hole episode
Oh my gosh, I can't even do that. Damn, dude.
by Frederick Knudsen. It's one of the greatest documentary video essays this site
Oh my gosh, give me 1 sec. All right, let's wrap this up.
has to offer.
A little bit scuffed on the recording, I apologize.
And that's the end of part 1 of tier 4 of the YouTube Iceberg. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really enjoying this tier. The first 3 tiers weren't boring, but they weren't exactly the most exciting thing ever. There's a lot of entries I already knew. Back in those tiers, I kinda had to add some fun facts in to make it feel more interesting and fresh. But now these entries are more inherently interesting to talk about, as they're often a bit darker topics. This is why this tier is split up just as much as tier 3, and despite there being significantly less entries, as there's gonna be a lot more stuff I can talk about for each one. I feel like in general, this series has taken a bit of a tone shift as of this video, since we're now delving into the more mysterious and deep side of YouTube.
I can tell.
I hope you're as excited as I am. I don't have much else to say, so I'll just end this off by saying, I'll see you all in the next part of the massive YouTube Iceberg. Take care.
Sweet. That was great. That was another just good episode. I think I'm just gonna start banging them out now. I'm interested. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just get it. All right. Love you guys. Much love and Moonlight. And let's get on to the next one.